Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts like the chart behind me, which is of SoundHound AI, ticker symbol SOUN. And if we look at the chart here, we can see that on Wednesday, July 10th, after the market has closed and SoundHound closed at a price of $5.07, being up a whopping over 22%, almost 22.5% on the day, and continuing higher in the after hours, currently trading right around $5.35, being up over 5% in the after hours. We see this massive candle here. And so, I wanted to go over the chart because A, it was requested, B, it's just had some violent moves to the upside, so pretty exciting. And also during Sunday night's live stream, it was also requested by a member of the channel, so I did want to follow up on it, even though I'm on vacation. Happy to do this for really all three of those reasons, so thank you for your engagement. And so during Sunday night's live stream, I believe I drew this yellow and orange line here based on these two highs, suggesting that we needed to see closes above these levels to be pushing higher and higher. And we actually didn't really see that. We saw, two closes above the orange level at $4.13. But, on Monday and Tuesday, we saw moves to above the yellow line at $4.22, but no closes above. So that would have suggested to me that we were not confirming or getting closes, above this level. It suggests weakness, but that's actually not what we saw, as you can clearly see here with this massive green candle. So it does look like these were kind of like, fake out closes below that line to weed out anybody, losing faith in this play. So, I do find that really interesting because I believe in that live stream I was going over that we needed to see closes above these levels to confirm would be a close above 422, and we actually didn't see that until we saw this massive move. So, I just think that's really interesting, but looking at the chart, I think that there are, a number of levels here that could be acting as resistance as it does move higher. And this is following the news, I believe, that SoundHound AI has launched in vehicles across Europe. So, it's some very bullish news, but I think that, there's just been a lot of bullish news regarding the stock today because this began earlier in the day, not just a few hours ago, but earlier in the morning trading. So, lots of big moves to the upside. And I do think that this will be continuing to the upside into the end of this week as well as next week. And one big reason for that is based on the price right now being above $5 a share. And so if I do flip over to the max pain for July 12th, that is this coming Friday, max pain is $4 a share. And so we are currently trading above that. And I believe that max pain for next week is also $4 a share, but I'm just going to update that here so I can make sure it's actually $5 a share. So it is moving higher. But with looking at the chart, we can see that there's just a lot of momentum behind it, closing near the top portion of this candle, lots of volume behind it. And if we are closing above max pain this week, I think that we could really start to ramp up and close much, much higher next week. And, getting past this $5.97 high, which was hit on May 10th. But levels to the upside that we might be bumping into, consolidating around, definitely $5 a share. I think there's going to be some resistance there, but with max pain at $4, I think that we're pretty safe closing above that, and I do think that will drive price higher next week. Levels marked here, so really just from these two Fibonacci's. I believe I drew them during the live stream on Sunday, so you'll have to check that out. I'll put a link in the description of this video if you'd like to check it out. And so this blue retracement based on the low of 350 that was hit on April 22nd, going up to that high from May 10th, we can see that the next level up is the 236 at about $5.38, or right around $5.40. And we did close above today at the 382 at $5.02.6. I suspect we will be consolidating around that before moving higher. But then really, looking at this retracement from the top to the bottom, that is going to be suggesting levels that we might be bumping into as resistance. Above current price, it looks like the 618 and the 65% retracement, that is the golden pocket. And we can see that that range is from about $5.15 up to around $5.22. And the high for the day was $5.14. So it does look like it got rejected from that 618. So I do find that pretty interesting. And so I could see it consolidating around here for maybe the next couple days, forming a bull flag and then continuing higher. I do think that it will be good to check max pain tomorrow as well as Friday to see if it stays at $4 for this coming Friday. It might be getting ramped up to $5 a share, and it might be going up beyond $5 a share next week as price is moving higher. But yeah, I could definitely see it getting to $6 a share. And if I do look over at the options table, we can just take a look at the calls for this coming week, July 12th. We can see, let's see, I like to look at the open interest. It actually doesn't look like there's much open interest for out of the money calls, but looking at the in the money calls, we do see about 3,400, almost 3,500 at the $4 strike would make sense. That is max pain. And then 3,333, kind of a fun one there at $4.50, also in the money. And if price does hold above $5 a share, there's an additional 1,500 contracts that are in the money at $5 a share. So, with all of these contracts now being in the money, if those start to get exercised, we could really start to see price moving higher. And then so looking at the July 19th calls, we can see that again, lots of contracts, especially at the $5 strike, makes sense. That is max pain for next week, but 27,000 contracts currently in the money. If price does stay high, that could really start to squeeze up, especially looking at $7 a share, 10,000 contracts there, $6, 13,000 contracts there. And so let's see, $7 is, getting up to right around this level here. Yeah, so I think it's quite possible that price does get up to $7. But first need to hold around $5, close the week around or above $5, I should say, and then we might start to see $6 a share. So yeah, I think the chart's looking really good. If you were holding down here, I'd say hold tight, wait to see what happens as far as the close of this Friday, and that might be kind of a tell if this is going to continue higher. If it closes below $5 a share on Friday, maybe the momentum has been lost. But if it closes above $5 a share, I do think that it will be continuing. But those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching.